Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Megan Mae. Fall edition. It is now officially fall here in Miami, and though it is not that cool outside, we're just gonna pretend like it is. I have my assistant Allison here. Hey Allison, hey. So we're just gonna do a little rapid fire Q&A. Let's get into it. Favorite thing to do as a kid during the fall time. So I grew up in Michigan. During the fall, I always had a Halloween party almost every single year, and I couldn't just invite a few friends. I had to have like literally my entire class over. So I always remember decorating the 3-story barn that we had in our backyard. We always decorated that for Halloween, picking out the Halloween costumes with my sister, watching Hocus Pocus on repeat like all weekend long. So I would say probably those things for Halloween. How do I balance my career, self-development, and self-care? So I have to be honest, I am not the most balanced person. I'm working on it. For me, it's figuring out what I want most out of life and then breaking it into smaller goals and then scheduling that in. Time blocking has been a lifesaver for me. For instance, I want to grow my business. So that is number one on my calendar, like during the week and during the days. Then also the self-care. A lot of that happens on the Sunday. For the most part, I'm busy throughout the week. I do work out 4 days a week in the gym. I also go for walks in the evenings or whenever the time allows. Again, it comes down to time blocking. As far as personal development, that is literally my hobby. So I love reading, especially in the evenings. It helps me wind down and relax. It's all about putting it in my calendar and scheduling it and prioritizing it based on what's most important to me. Ooh, honey, honey. Absolutely love Halloween. This year, I don't know what I'm gonna be yet. I actually think I might be going to Hawaii though. I haven't told you that I might be going to Hawaii. Yeah. I was a bunny 4 years in a row just because I loved it so much. I would like to be something that is more like a warrior or something. I haven't really given it a whole lot of thought. I love the idea of painting my face. I did that the past couple of years where I actually like painted my face like a skeleton or something, Joker and stuff. So yeah, I like the idea of painting my face. So maybe we'll do something like that this year. My advice for somebody wanting to start their self-development journey is first defining what you want to get out of it. Maybe it is self-love. You want to find the best books on it. Take the time to find the books that you want to enjoy and read about it. Schedule time to practice it, of course. It's fun to read all about it, but knowledge isn't actually power. It's the use of the knowledge is where it becomes your power. Reading about it, learning about it, and then practicing it is important too. Favorite Halloween candy? I'm not a big candy person, I will be honest, but I do eat Reese's on Halloween. I'll have a Reese's cupcake. Wait, is that what it's called? We'll have a Reese's cup on Halloween or like the Reese's Pieces. I used to like Twix a lot, but I would say probably Reese's. My approach to handling imposter syndrome. I feel like this is a big question that many people ask themselves. They feel like an imposter for talking about a topic. I think it's more about coming from an angle of being a good friend or a good person and enjoying what you talk about. I think it's important to not always think you have to come across as an absolute expert, especially in the self-development space. I am constantly on a growth journey and I know that I am not perfect. I never am going to be. It's knowing that we are not all experts. We are growing and becoming a better person every single day. And I think if you come from a place of good intention and maybe just an angle of being a best friend or a bestie, that's a great place to start. I love this question. Setting powerful goals that actually stick. It starts with the why, and then you figure out the how. There's a saying out there that says reasons come first and answers come second. Well, first deciding what the goal is, the what, then you decide the why, like why you want to reach that goal, and then the how. The how is the last thing to come. A lot of people want to start with, how am I going to do this? And they get, discouraged before they even start. So the important thing is to decide what you want, why you want it, and then you can figure out the how. The biggest lesson that I've learned from failure is that there is no failure. As long as I learn from every experience that there's only growth and that there's no failure. There's only good that can come out of a situation. Even if it feels bad, I believe that everything in our lives is for our highest good. So believing that is a great way for me to feel like there is no failure and that I'm just gonna learn from every and any situation. How can you tell when it's time to pivot in your career or life is when you're just not fucking happy. If you wake up every day just dreading what you have to do every day, no one wants to live in that kind of cycle. And yes, there are seasons where where we have to kind of be in the grind and in the mud and doing things that we don't want to do. That's a part of life. But when it seems like it's mundane and it's every single day and it's every task is just daunting, that is a sign that you're off track. I believe in developing our intuition. Our intuition is huge for telling us what is meant for us, what is right for us. It helps us realize what's right for us and meant for us. Like, you'll feel it on the inside. So it's really paying attention to your gut feelings and really your heart center. Like, to me, when I'm excited, when I feel empowered and on the right path, I feel these, not butterflies, but like this upward energizing flow of energy. It feels like it comes from my heart and just guides upward. If you can start to just tune into your body, it'll tell you what's in alignment for you and what is not. Develop that intuition. I think one of the biggest limiting beliefs that I see is people not believing in themselves. People think that that's not possible for them. Like, she can do it, but there's no way I can do it. First and foremost, if you see somebody doing something that you would like, know that you wouldn't like that if that wasn't also possible for you. No, maybe it's not gonna look exactly like what that person is doing, but know that by seeing what they're capable of, there's a glimmer, there's a little light, there's a flame in there that you can light up within yourself, and you see that it's possible for them. Know that it is possible for you. Yes, it does take work. Yes, it does take time. Yes, it does take self-development and investing in yourself, but don't count yourself out before you even got started. Whatever it is that you want in life, know that God placed it in your heart. I believe that God doesn't tease us. He doesn't just say like, haha, look, that this is what you want, but you can never have it. Don't listen to those negative voices or the naysayers out there. Know that if you have a desire in your heart, that you are capable of achieving it. Listen to your intuition. Listen to that little voice of belief in yourself. And if you want it, you must take inspired action to go towards it. No, it's not going to be perfect, but you got to start somewhere and take little steps towards it every single day and prove to yourself that you can do it through these small steps of discipline, through these daily actions, even if it's just starting with one step per day to set you on the right foot. You got to start somewhere, girlfriend. That was a long-winded one. I was like, because that's a really big question. I would say the biggest mindset shift that's impacted successes in my life, well, we have many successes. It's not just always monetarily. It's believing that I can have it, believing that it's already mine. It's not to sound conceited or not humble. It's just simply, I don't like to place limiting beliefs on myself. I can dream it, I can do it. And that's, again, not to sound cliche or not humble. It's just, I believe in myself that much because I know that if somebody else has done it, I can do it too. Simply a mindset shift for them so I can turn on that same shift within myself. Then I can also take the steps necessary to reach that goal. So believing in myself first and then taking action next. That's not a thing for me. The truth is I do feel pressure, and I feel pressure every day. And I think that just makes me human. How do I create boundaries to protect my emotional well-being? Ooh, honey, we're working on it. I'm not the absolute best with boundaries. I do like to give myself to those that I love. And I'm currently working on setting more boundaries to know that I do have to fill my cup up first, that I do have to take care of myself and my well-being and my sanity first, if you will. Yes, I want to save everyone and pull everyone in my ship, but I have to make sure that my boat is afloat first. It's not always about just like the self-care and the face masks. That's what makes you feel good and makes you feel like you're taking care of yourself. I think it's more of centering yourself with meditation, with positive self-talk, with grounding yourself, whether that's going into nature, whether that's just spending time with yourself on an afternoon reading a book and turning your phone on. Do not disturb. Just making sure that you're spending that time not just by yourself and it's scrolling on TikTok, but it's like by yourself and you're doing things that will fill your cup. Visualization. So the role that plays in achieving your dreams, I'm very visual as it is. In life, we tend to be more of one of the three, as we are either visual, we see things in pictures, and we talk really fast. We might breathe up high in our chest. There's auditory, where we hear this internal dialogue going on, and there's like the verbal, you talk to yourself a lot, maybe just in your head, not out loud. And then there's kinesthetic, it's where you feel things, where you feel it out, and maybe you breathe into your stomach more, think through your thoughts before you speak. We're all a combination of all of these, especially depending on our mood, but Anyway, what visualization plays in achieving your goals is seeing the outcome first, deciding what we want, and then seeing it in our mind's eye, going into meditation and seeing that movie played out as if it's already done. And the cool thing is the mind can't distinguish between real life and what's going on and playing in your minds. What's beautiful about the mind is you can make this movie up and play it the way you want it and make it even better than you can expect. Like, okay, say I have my visualization. Can I turn up the colors? Can I turn up the sharpness? Can I turn up the vividness, the saturation, make it juicy, make the movie moving, and what kind of feelings can I add to it? It's making this mental movie up in your mind and then seeing how you can play with the submodalities to make it even better. How do I handle the fear of the unknown when taking risks? Knowing that I'm guided, knowing that even if I make a mistake, there's nothing that I can't come back from. I don't believe that failure is final. I believe that you can always fail forward or learn from any mistake that you have. Any action is better than no action. The middle ground is the worst place to be, this uninspired middle ground of blah that you have no idea what to do next, or you're just so afraid that you don't want to make the wrong decision that you don't move at all. Make a decision, and even if it's the wrong one, you can pivot after that. Better than just staying stagnant. As long as you understand that taking an action is better than staying frozen in fear, that you're moving in the right direction, and have faith. So it's not saying frozen in fear, but having faith that when you move forward, that it's going to be in the right direction. And if it's not, you can always pivot. I like that last chunk, the faith and the fear and the forward and the failure and all God is with us. And yeah. How do I maintain high energy levels while staying productive? Lots of coffee. Getting a lot better at sleeping, and I'm realizing the importance of sleep as I get older. If I don't have enough sleep, I just feel groggy and not with it. Adequate sleep has to be number one. And then also coffee and staying focused, being mindful of your time and energy, because literally our brain uses calories too. Fueling your body with the right foods, the foods that are gonna provide energy for you. Prioritizing your day so you're at least getting one step closer to your goals. Making sure you're getting enough sleep. And I don't wanna say, oh, we need 8 hours of sleep, because everybody's different, honestly. I probably get maybe 6 hours and then I catch up on sleep later. Proper nutrition, proper sleep, caffeine, prioritize. If you guys enjoyed this video, please give it a big thumbs up. Let me know in the comments below which question resonated with you most, and I'll see you in one of these two videos up next.